Oh, welcome back to yet another review guide answer key walkthrough. This one's going to be a little different than the others. Not because there's not going to be any cats, because you can bet that they're going to be in it. Hi, Chanel. How you doing? Okay? All right. Randy's around here somewhere. He'll probably make an appearance shortly. A little different because it's already done. The review guide is already, all the answers are already done. I'm not going to be doing them. But I'm just going to kind of go through each problem, go through the big points of each one. Oh, we got a visitor. Hey, bud. Whoa! Big points of each problem. Maybe save a little time, get to the meat and potatoes of this review guide. So, first three problems are in the circle properties theme. So this first one, pretty straightforward. You have two chords, just multiplying each parts of them. So 6 times x, 7 times 3. This next one, you know that since AB, you can assume that B is the center of the circle. Since AB and EB are both radii of that circle, they have to be the same measure. AD is a diameter. It's the perpendicular bisector of EC. So since it's a bisector, EF is also going to be 4. You can make this little right triangle, and this is actually a special right triangle, 3, 4, 5. So X has to be 3 in this case. When in doubt, make a right triangle, or find one if you can. This one pretty straightforward. You know that they are congruent, and so therefore you can set these two things equal to each other, solving for X along the way. Don't get too confused with the picture here. Just make sure you read the problem. It seems weird that I would say that. To read the problem is the first step, but I still see so much of just not reading the problem first. Comes straight from knowing that they're congruent. For number 2, a little blast from the past. Speaking of which, are you crinkling something up? I bought him these new toys. These little crinkle balls. Whoa. Well, there he goes. Blast from the past with some triangle stuff and some systems or some equations. So verifying that D is a midpoint of AC. A couple ways you could do this. You could use the midpoint formula, which is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. Really, you're just taking the average distance between the two. Or you can just take the slope if you're verifying. Right, the slope from A to D is the same as from D to C, so it has to be the midpoint. Finding an equation of the line through the points D and B. Here you're first finding the slope by doing y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Gives you a slope of negative 1/3. If you plug it back into the equation, you can take, this is in y equals mx plus b. 3 comes from the x, and 7 is the y of one of your points. And so you know an x, you know a y, you know an m in that y equals mx plus b form. So you can solve for b and put everything back into negative 1/3 x plus 8. Remember, you need slope, y-intercept for finding an equation for a line. And last one on this problem, is BD a height? So it might seem weird that we're using a diagonal down length for the height of the triangle, but watch this magic. If I just turn the paper, it's a height. It's a height of the triangle. So if you just turn it that way, you can see. So you can use any height as long as it is perpendicular to one of the sides of the triangle. You've got yourself a height of the triangle. So showing that these two are opposite reciprocals, their slopes are opposite reciprocals, the lines are perpendicular. Therefore, DB is a height of that triangle. Hey, number 3 is a little tricky. You have 4 brown dogs, 2 white dogs in a large dog house. Someone tells you exactly 2 dogs are asleep. Which 2? Who knows? It would probably be Randy. It wouldn't be Randy. It wouldn't be you 2. You guys never sleep. You just prowl around and are annoying. Isn't that right? Yeah, I know. Trying to eat the box again? Of course. Because why would you do anything else? Why would you eat food when you can eat a cardboard box? Or eat the review guide. That's probably pretty good too. I bet that tastes real nice. Get out of here. Stop. Ugh. Now he's getting mad. He doesn't like the jokes. All right. Probability 2 dogs are brown. So this 4 choose 2 comes from you have 4 dogs. 4 brown dogs, you're picking 2 of them. So there's 6 ways that you could pick 2 brown dogs. 6 choose 2 is the total amount of ways you can pick 2 dogs from the entire, from all 6, so 4 brown and 2 white dogs. And so to find the probability, you're taking the ways you can order the 4 brown dogs over the total amount of ways possible. So 6 over 15 gives you 40%. Same kind of idea here with the 2 white dogs, ordering the white ones. There's 2 white dogs, we're picking 2. There's only one way you can make a group of 2 out of 2 people. So that would be 1 over 15. Now, it gets tricky, I guess, with the probability that one dog is white and the other is brown. So the 3 ways that this could happen, if 2 dogs are asleep, either 2 are brown, 2 are white, or 1 is brown, 1 is white. There's really nothing else that can happen. And so if you add together your brown and white dog probabilities, that's 7 over 15. The rest, or 1 minus that, 100% minus 46.7%, would have to be the remaining possibility with 1 white dog, 1 brown dog. So you end up with 53.3%. Now, this is a conditional probability problem. Probability that one dog is brown, or that both dogs are brown, given that you know that they're the same color. So you know that either both are brown or both are white, and you're given that they're the same. So probability that they're the same color that's your new sample space. That's your new denominator, 7 over 15. Probability for both dogs being brown, we have that from part A, so we just put that in on the top. Gives you about 6 over 7. 6 of the 7 ways that 2 dogs are the same color are 2 brown dogs, right? Because there's a much better probability. So you're really just taking 6.7% over 40% to get that 85.7. All right, on to the second page. I'm gonna see if I can do 2 pages at a time here. Number 4, try not to overthink this one. We're just looking for the first 3, or the amount of ways that the first 3 moves can be made in tic-tac-toe. And so really you have 9 for the first move, it's 8 for the second move, and 7 for the third move. And this is just another way of writing 9 permute 3. You have 9 spots, and we're picking 3 with order mattering, because, I mean, if I go here, you go there, I go here, that's different than me going here, you going there, and me going here on our first 3 turns, right? They're a little different, so order does matter. And then this is just simplifying 9 permute 3. Number 5, volume and surface area of a right pyramid. If its height is 7 millimeters, base is a regular pentagon. This is all just some basic stuff we've done before with finding the area of a pentagon first. You're gonna have to do that for both surface area and volume. But since the height is 7, we'll use that for the volume. But finding the area of this pentagon, classic, drawing a triangle. You know, one of the base lengths, you have to find the angle, so you have to use tangent to find the height of that pentagon. So finding the area eventually is 27.5, multiply that by 7, and divide by 3, right? The formula for area of a pyramid is that area of the base times the height all over 3. Right? Area of the base times the height divided by 3 for a pyramid. Right, it's a pyramid. So that's all there is for volume. You're gonna have to use that surface area again or the area of the base again for the surface area, but now just adding in the triangle. So what this pyramid looks like is sort of something like this. So here's our pentagon, and there's the pyramid, right? Something like that. So we have the area of the base already. We're looking for the area of this triangle. And so you need to find, there's 5 of those, so we'd have to somehow find this height of it. We already know that this was 4, and so the height would go along with this little part, trying to find that height. And once you have that, you can use it to find the surface area. All the triangles added together, along with the base of the pentagon, gives you your total surface area. Number 6, last one for this first page. So is Talia planning to give her geometry teacher a gift? Boy, that's a mighty fine idea right there. She has 2 containers to choose from. A cylinder tube with diameter 6 inches and height 10 inches. Rectangular box with dimension 5 by 6 by 9 inches. Let me just say, I don't think we care what container it's in. I would accept all gifts in all different sizes, but if you're looking to save some money, you can find out which one is better suited for you. This is just classic surface area. Since you're wrapping it around surface area of a cylinder, you're gonna need this 2 pi times 3 squared. That is your top and your bottom. This 2 pi times 3 times 10 is your whole wraparound. This is 2 pi times 3 gives you the circumference. 10 gives you the height. That's the whole wraparound, not including the circles on the top and bottom. And then the prism, you have one base that's 30, one base that's 40, or you have one face that's 30, one face that's 45, one face that is 54, and you have 2 of each. So 2 times 30, 2 times 45, ends up getting you the cylinder, which is the better buy. It has less surface area, so it's the better container. She plans to tie 3 loops of ribbon. So all of this ribbon, really just accounting for all of that. It comes down to just adding up all of the ribbon that you see in the pictures here. So we've got one here, in the back. There's a couple of ribbons. There's one wrapping around. So you'd have to use the circumference of the cylinder. The rectangle, again, yeah, you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 coming down, 1 going across here, and then like the cross at the top. It's just account for all of them. They're all just the length. Like the length of this is 9, the length of this is 10, if you know the dimensions of these things. But for your prism, ends up being the better buy there. So it's up to you. You want to buy less ribbon, or do you want to buy less wrapping paper? Kind of up to the buyer, I guess. So we'll continue this in the next video. Say goodbye, Chanel. Yeah. Okay.